Hey guys, we're going to start with page 5 in our packet today and work through some problems on perimeter and area. So what we've been learning so far is all about squares and square roots. So that is what we want to take with us when we are doing these problems. So there's going to be a square root involved somewhere in all of these problems since that's what we're learning. So if we can take a look at page 5, I'm going to work you through the examples and I'd like you to copy these down as well. So example number 1, we have Hannah's square garden measured 361 feet squared. So that's how big it was. She placed fences around 3 sides. How much fence did she use? So what we're looking for is, first of all, we have a square garden. And our steps tell us, step 1, draw a clearly labeled picture. So I'm going to draw a square right here. And we have to figure out what the 361 represents. Well, what I notice is that the units on it are feet squared. Feet squared, or anything squared, always refers to area. So basically what we're saying is that the inside of her garden is 361 feet. So this right here refers to the area. Now she placed fence around 3 sides, so we know that she's fencing in just 3 sides right there. And we're being asked how much fence did she use? Well, first of all, we have to figure out the side length. And step 2 says, are you given a side length, area, or perimeter? Well, we already figured out we were given the area. So step 3 is we need to use this information to find the length of each side to then help us answer our actual question. So we have no idea what each side represents, but we do know that area is length times width. And we also know on a square that these 2 sides are the same. So let's say we picked 5 and 5. That would get us 25. So it's way higher than 5. So we need to use our knowledge of square roots to figure out what times what is 361. Well, the square root of 361 turns out to be 19. So we know that this side's 19, which means this side's 19, which also means these other 2 sides are 19 as well. So we know the side length now. So now we have to see, okay, did I answer the question? So she placed fences around 3 sides. How much fence did she use? Well, no, we haven't answered the question yet, but we have all the information to do so. We just need to figure out, well, what's 19 plus 19 plus 19? Or what's 19 times 3? And that number turns out to be 57. So we have 57, and let's not forget our units. How much fence? 57 feet. So our answer is going to be 57 feet of fence. So that's how you would tackle a problem like this. We're provided with the area. The first thing we have to do is find the side length, but we can't find the side length by division. We need to take the square root. So we're going to try step or example 2 and see what happens. So we have Nicole hung a flowered border around her 400 feet squared bedroom. All right, so we have a number right here. Think about what that references. How many feet of border did she use? So she hung a border all around it, and it looks like we have 400 feet squared. So here's our square. 400 feet squared represents the area. Okay, so we know that's the area. So that refers to the inside. But we have no idea what the outside is. So we have to think, all right, well, area is length times width. What times what is 400? And the answer for that would be 20. So we know each side is 20. So let's see, did they ask for the side length? Nope. They said how many feet of border did she use? Well, let's see, if she's putting flowers from here, 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 and here, they're really asking for the perimeter. So if we go around and add up all the sides, 20, 20, 20, 20, we can see that she used 80 feet. So 80 feet of border. So that's how we're going to handle these problems today, is again, figure out what are you provided with, what are you being asked to find, and know at some point you will be needing to take the square root or squaring a number. So what I'm going to have you do right now is pause the video and try problems 1 through 3. These use these techniques that I've just taught you, but without all of the words in the word problem. So take a minute and try 1 through 3 and pause the video. All right, let's take a look and see how you did on problems 1 through 3. So if you look at number 1, you can see we're given a side. So if we wanted to find the perimeter, again, the perimeter means add up all the sides. So we are going, all right, 6, 6, 6, 6, or 6 times 4, which is 24 feet. Remember, when you're dealing with perimeter, your units are just feet or centimeters or inches, no squared. The area, again, is 6 by 6, so that's 36 feet squared. On number 2, it's the same idea. Our perimeter is 9 times 4, which is 36 feet, where our area is 9 times 9, which is 81 feet squared. Looking at number 3, this one was a little tricky. So we were given the area, so this is similar to the problems I just went over in number 1 and number 2. We had to figure out, all right, well, if we have a square here, we need to figure out what's that side and what's that side. So we had to take the square root. So the square root of 196, and again, remember, you can use your reference sheet from the other day in your packet to look these up. The side was 14 feet. After I take the square root of 196, I get 14. And then the perimeter is 14 times 4, which is 56 feet. So what we're going to work on as our assignment in class, and you're welcome to work with a partner nearby, you are going to complete the word problems below. So you're going to work through numbers 4 through 7. Make sure that you are drawing a picture for each problem, you are showing your work, and your answer has units on it, whether it be feet, feet squared, inches. Pay attention to what the units are. If they're asking for area, you always have squared. If they're asking for perimeter or a side length, it's just regular, like feet, inches, centimeters. So you can go ahead and work on numbers 4 through 7 and then follow the instructions in It's Learning for the rest of the assignment.